Louisiana beer reviews. Dogfish had Palo Santo Marron, meaning holy tree brown, or brown holy tree, a malt beverage aged on Palo Santo wood, or lignum vitae. There's a lot of different names for that tree. It's from South America, and it's the hardest wood that you can have, hardest trade wood, and they use it for, it sinks very quickly, but they use it for things like cricket balls, and when the batons the police use to beat someone that they need to beat on, or whatever. This was bottled on May 28th, 2014, so it's relatively fresh. It's brewed in Delaware, and it was tested out at a beer festival in 2006, and they began producing it on a regular basis in 2007. And this was acquired in Texas by Mike Paw Peters, and he gave it to me. And thank you, Mike Paw Peters, for this beer. I've never had it. The bros haven't reviewed it, but Beer Advocate says that it is outstanding, their second highest score. Rate Beer saying 99 out of 100, 98 out of 100 for the style, 12% alcohol, 50 international bitterness units. Another brown ale. Now that brown ale I had the other day from Dogfish Head was delightful, lovely. It was great. And let's see what it was. I scored an A+. It says unfiltered, unfettered, and unprecedented. So they age it in this wood. It's huge wooden barrels. So I'm curious. Now they say malt beverage, and they probably have to put that on there because some states won't allow beer of such a high alcohol percentage. But a malt beverage, that's fine. Because as we know, some people who regulate beer in certain states are dim-witted. Okay, either that or they just will wink at it. Can't sell strong beer, but you can sell strong lager or ale, and sometimes the beer will be a lager and an ale on the label, just to get around the law. Louisiana doesn't have any such law that I'm aware of, so they could just say beer, you know. Ooh, look at that smoke. Well, actually, many times they can't say beer because of U.S. law, which is still in place from when they got rid of Prohibition in 1933. They got rid of Prohibition, but then they kept some of the onerous regulations, which is why they use the term malt liquor on many beers like this. Pretty thin, cream-colored head, and the sun is it's gotten a little hazy since I was walking an hour ago here. It's 8:10 right now, but an hour ago it was much clearer. Clouds are developing. I see a lot of bubble streams at the sides, but this is just like almost a black brown. It's brown, but it's about as close to black as you can get. Oh man, look at all these bubble streams. Really don't hear any crackling. I hear like a little creaking, like that's the wood making that sound. Okay, oh, also they said that the famous communist folk singer Pete Seeger used this type of wood in his banjo neck. Now, I have another 12% beer that I'm looking to review, 12.2%. Ooh, Camo Black, Extra X. Imported hops, okay, extra malted barley for an extra smooth taste. Now, which do you presume is going to be better? This from Dogfish Head or this from... La Crosse, Wisconsin and Latrobe, Pennsylvania. In other words, Melanie Brewing Company. All right. Rich. Okay, let me try to do this right. It's rich, it's full, it's a full aroma. It's sort of like a brown ale bucked up, you know what I mean? Like a bucked up brown ale. Because many brown ales are like 4.8% alcohol. So just think of a brown ale you've had, but bucked up. That's going to be my new catchphrase, bucked up. And if you drink a lot of this, you're going to be bucked up. You know what I mean? So it's just syrupy, rich. It just like fills your nose. It's hard to describe, but it's very alcoholic. Okay. This tastes very alcoholic, okay? It's syrupy. But I don't know about the wood. Okay, yeah. The wood is coming in. Not that I've ever tasted Palo Santo wood, but you know, it's got a woodiness from the aging. But that's not, you know, predominant. It's got a predominant alcohol taste. If you don't like boozy beers, you ain't gonna love this. You're gonna run from it. Certainly the malt, a little of the hops, but the sweetness is so strong that it's gonna override any hop bitterness. So you wouldn't really pick up the 50 IBUs, I don't think. The mouthfeel is heavy, medium to heavy, but more toward heavy, a little syrupy, and the finish is liquor-like, boozy, mostly wet, semi-wet, and a little hard to take. I mean, okay, I like these really strong beers, whether they're extra strong lagers or ales, but they're, like I'll always say, I like it, but it's too strong for me. In other words, I like it, but I wouldn't really drink it. You know what I mean? I'm going to drink it to review. But for an everyday beer, no way, never. This would be a good gift beer, a novelty beer, or a trying beer to try, and it's trying to drink. So it's a challenge, you know. It's not drinkable. I mean, it's drinkable, but it's not a drinkable beer. It's not a guzzler. Well, this is fiery, but I'll say this. Now, when I was ripping on the Super Brew 15 from Romania and the Earthquake High Gravity 12%, which are just, they literally are undrinkable. You just cannot stomach them. You mean you think you can, but when you get halfway through that 24-ounce can, you just realize, I better not do this. But with the Earthquake, I said, no, I'm gonna be a man. I'm a man up. I'm gonna drink the whole can, and I did over a good period of time. And 3 hours later, I threw up. I'm gonna drink this whole thing, but it's gonna take a while. But I'm noticing this chalkiness. That's why I brought those other ones up. This does have that chalkiness. This does have that you know, it doesn't really have the grain husk though. Those high gravity lagers tend to have this sickening, nauseating grain husk. I don't think this has that. But it does have that chalkiness. And it's got to come from the alcohol or something, some processes that are involved, different processes involved in the brewing of the beer. And I think it is a fault. I would prefer the other brown ale. I have it written down. I can't remember the name. The Indian brown ale, because it's smoother, more mellow, more enjoyable. This is just too harsh. It's too overwhelming, you know. I still would give it a solid A, a most excellent score, but I can already feel it right in my body. I can feel it in my body. Hey, you know, it's like my eye. Why you shot me in the eye? Why you didn't shoot me in the body? It's that kind of thing. So, well, the proof's gonna be in the pudding with this son of a gun. But anyway, I'm expecting, you know, but off of that. But anyway, this is a solid A, but to me, it's kind of controversial. It's like, I can understand how you could really hate this thing and be repelled by it, but I'm going to sip it down. Ain't no way I'm going to gulp it down. So, solid A, most excellent, and I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana. It's hot, it's humid, it's typical. Goodbye.